Footage from recent days show the IRGC Navy attacking a US fuel tanker in the Persian Gulf, destroying the vessel and triggering a massive fire. The attack highlights escalating tensions in the strategically important waterway. Ambassador Fabian, when we talk about the Strait of Hormuz, when we talk about the Persian Gulf, obviously Iran seems to have a chokehold on that, and that is something that is irking the US. However, they have given this 5-day timeline. They're saying that talks are going on well. You mentioned the Iranian parliamentary speaker who stated that there have been no kind of talks, but there are also reports, Ambassador, stating in fact that the parliamentary speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf may in fact be the person that Trump wants to appoint as the next leader in Iran.
Thank you. I do not know whether President Trump can appoint anyone in Iran. No, let us sort of take it easy. You remember that Trump had said that, that he had wanted a say in who is going to be the next supreme leader. Now, there are certain things which President Trump says that need not be taken seriously. Now, coming to some of the points mentioned, I entirely agree with the general that Russia and China are not going to get involved too obviously or directly for good reasons. Because if they get involved, you are looking at a third world war. And nobody wants it. And also, it is true Russia is busy with Ukraine, but that's not the only reason why Russia doesn't want to get involved. Now, coming to China, you see in 2022, China had signed a contract with Iran to invest $400 billion in the energy and infrastructure sectors. And we may take it that a certain amount has already been invested, and against which China was going to buy oil from Iran. So China has a very strong economic interest, and not only that, China also has interest in the international north-south corridor and all that sort of thing, China is also looking at Chabahar. If China would like to, replace India, it may not happen, but what I'm saying that they want to. Second point is, let us be very clear. If America tries to go to Karg Island or to take over, the Strait of Hormuz and, the land on that side and all that, it will be opening the Pandora's box. It will only mean rivers of blood. And I do not think that President Trump is going to do that. And what we also have to understand is that while President Trump wants an early end, well, it is possible that he is buying time for his military, personnel to reach there. But I'm not sure whether that is the case.
Right.
Because the political costs are rising, and President Trump just cannot afford it.
Right.
Now comes the most important actor, Netanyahu, who started this war, who wanted this war, who has been dreaming about it for the last 40 years. Now, he has also made a statement saying that he had a conversation with President Trump and all that.
Right.
Now, he would like this war, I'm going to stop, to last as long as October, when election is due. And also, thanks to this war, the corruption procedure against him has been postponed, and he hopes it will be cancelled. So, he is a very important factor.
Right, right. I apologize for interrupting you over there, but we have some important breaking news that's coming in. Tehran residents have held a car rally in support of the government and the armed forces, with footage showing people driving through the city to back the state leadership amid the heightened tensions. The demonstration reflects regime-loyal mobilization efforts during the ongoing conflict and domestic pressure. General Sivaj, if I can get you on this, obviously the US and Israel started off this war with two major aims. They stated they wanted a regime change in Iran because there were a lot of people who wanted the regime over there to change. But over here now, we are seeing a completely different picture. We are getting videos from Tehran, the capital, where people are rallying in support of the government.
No doubt about it. See, what happened is that there was a sort of dissatisfaction in the public. There is economic problem which was going on. The real has fallen down compared to dollar. Second thing, unemployment there, misgovernance there, inflation there. There were people on the street, but the moment the war has started, all these people are now backing the government because they are backing against the common enemy. That is the history of Iran. Whenever there is an external threat, then the whole Iran comes together. And today there is no dissatisfaction. We can see it. Today they are standing behind Iran. So this is something very strange, and it is bound to happen. I don't think US has played its card well, and the way they have attacked, or especially the Israel is the one which was the initiator. They have not carried out a proper appreciation. They thought that they have infiltrated Mossad and CIA agents, and they will able to generate this dissatisfaction within people, and you will find the uprising taking place after some sort of initial strike by US and Israel. That hasn't happened. The whole Iran is standing together, and that was bound to happen, and that today it looks like that Iran, of course, is having a problem in the sense that they have a limited stock of missile, rocket and drones. They cannot fight an unending war. But to me, as it looks today, it is still in a strong position to fight for a considerable time.
Right.